Let's face it, in this day and age, we are completely consumed by lust and temptation. But how is this influencing our lives? How is it negatively impacting on our day-to-day lives? We're going to be answering that question in today's video. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you stay tuned for more amazing content like this. Let's get the ball rolling. Now, when it comes to lust, we all fall victim to it at some stage in our lives. And actually, pretty early on in my teenage years, I did have a problem with it. Sometimes, occasionally, I still do. And that is me being completely 100% transparent. And I believe everyone should be transparent about this. But how does it really affect our lives? Now, first of all, it's kind of emotionally detaches us from people, or it diminishes our ability to form emotional attachments. And this is very important. If you're really someone who's looking for that person or your soulmate or whatever the cheesy saying is,
how dare you?
but if you're really looking for that someone, this is going to be a problem, right? Because you're going to constantly have a skewed perspective on your partner just because you've been exposed to all of these temptations, you've given into all of this lust. So it is an immense problem, especially within the context of a relationship forming. When you cannot form that emotional attachment, that essentially is going to give you a disadvantage in the dating world. It's going to give you a disadvantage with bonding with friends and family even, because you have this skewed perspective of what a true relationship and a loving relationship is supposed to look like. I believe another thing that we can all kind of admit to is that it diminishes our ability to make logical decisions. I mean, just think about it. When you're in that situation and when you're all, well, worked up, you're not thinking logically. You're just thinking, I just need to get this out. I need to get this frustration out.
Why are you acting so nervous? And why are you sweating so much?
You know, I've been there, you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. But in that situation, you can't think logically. You can't think to yourself, what will be the repercussions of this? What will be the consequences for my image, for their image, for my life in general? You do not think of those things, right? You only think of, you know, lowering your standards and your morals and your values in order to kind of just get rid of this frustration that you have built up in you. So that is the second key thing. That is the second way in which lust can ruin your life, is that it diminishes your ability to really make these logical decisions in the short term and in the long term. Lastly, this exposure to lust, it kind of skews our perspective of life. And I've mentioned it in point 2, it emotionally detaches us, but it also skews our perspective. We indulge in this type of content, we get hooked on it, and ultimately our idea of what a true relationship should look like is skewed, right? Because we then believe that it's all about physical. It's all about the physical aspect, screw the emotional aspect, pun intended. Screw the emotional aspect, screw the logic. We're only here for the physical aspect of that, and that is the wrong way to think.
Are you sure about that?
But you know, it's very hard. We are exposed to social media, who's basically pushing it, the media, the industry, and I don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars this, you know, adult entertainment industry is, but it's pretty astonishing. But the thing is that if you're caught in this trap, there is a way out. So there is a way to kind of rewire your brain. It's going to take discipline, it's going to be hard, it's going to require consistency, but you can break out of it. Start focusing on improving yourself, start focusing on educating yourself, improving your skills, getting a better job, you know, going to the gym, losing weight, building muscle. That will take your mind and your energy, the energy that you waste on those type of things, that energy you can then convert and use on something that is more productive and is more beneficial to you in the short term and in the long term. So if you're caught in this trap, you can break out of it. It is up to you. I'll see you in the next video.